Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're James of the Games. Alright, here we are. Episode 22. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I thought of something I had to do on a different floor about 20 seconds before I started streaming here. I went with great haste. Alright, so, episode 22 of our Ultima 6, the False Prophets Let's Play. Let's, hold on. That's a bit better, I think. It doesn't matter. Okay. Great. So, we are very close to the end. So close that depending on how the chips fall, this could be the final episode of this Let's Play. And I'd be shocked if there's more than two episodes left to get to the end. So, just a tiny bit of ado here. Just adjusting my PC sound a bit. And let's fire up GOG Galaxy. Get the DOS box humming. Here we go. Okay, so when last we left, which was a couple weeks back, last weekend got away from me. Up until about 2 p.m. Oops. Let's bring this down and mess with the volume. Now that we have official... What's too loud for me. Alright. Let me know if those levels are off in any way. They're working for me here. So that's obviously the thing that I'm most cognizant of. Get my spreadsheet open. And here we go. When last we left the Avatar and his companions, we were... Hey, something's happened here. My logo is abutting. There, make it a bit smaller. The game itself. And, you know, we can expand the game a little. Get a slightly better look at those graphics. So, we are in the Shrine of Diligence, I believe. We completed the Shrine of Passion. See, at this leg of the journey, we have to visit all 3 of the gargoyle principal shrines, and whilst there, meet a figure that represents that principle. So we went to the Shrine of Passion. It was very easy. Just literally just walk in, fight a couple demons, and right there there's a statue of Minax the Enchantress from the... Are we fighting a ghost? Yes, we are, and it's trying to kill our child friend. So let's just have the Avatar... Well, the ghost will run now. Problem solved there. Let's get Shamina to light a torch. Yeah, so then we got to Diligence, which... I believe this is Diligence, not Control. Which turns out to be a big old grid. Maybe like 6x6 of just square rooms. And anyway, they're all just generic rooms. There's a lot of things to fight, but there's nothing going on in the sense that I was able to easily solve this. Meaning, most of the time in Ultima 6, and in Ultima generally perhaps, that turns out to mean you must find a secret door. Oh boy. So, that's where I am. I wasn't willing to start the search last time. I believe I'm at the north end of the dungeon. I did have one thought. Because typically, when looking for secret doors, I've been exploring the external walls of places. But let's go down into this room. It's locked. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. It's okay. Shimino has lots of lockpicks. And I'll just borrow them. And break them. Okay. Shimino should do this himself. They're his lockpicks. This shouldn't be the hard part. Unlocked. Alright. Good thing Shimino was here. We're definitely going to have to patronize the guild shop. What's the gem situation? Okay, got 2 gems. So I'm probably going to want to gimmick one of those. Maybe. Or maybe I'll be honest. But here's my thought. There. You see what I'm seeing? In these square rooms, there's all this negative space. Probably, at least one of these negative spaces is actually a positive space that we just can't see yet. I wonder, gem-wise, will the gems fill in those details for me? I think I'm going to be honest with the gem this time, but I saved just in case I decide I want to cheat. Okay. Well, if the gem can reveal a secret in one of these spaces, it has not done so, like, I didn't get it in range. At the same time, it's possible the gems just don't reveal all the secrets this time. I can tell that I gotta fight something when I open that door to the south. Or I suppose I could go east and then south. But you know what? Probably my best bet here is to be systematic. Which means, hail British! I'm back at her. We're going to show some serious diligence here, because this is my theory. There's a secret door in one of these many things. So let's go from the northwest, and we'll work from there. So, to the west. Yeah, I was out of town. I spent since I was a child, I haven't got to spend that much uninterrupted time at my family's cottage. We came back yesterday in service. Okay, here I am, top left. Nothing so far. Oh no. Okay. I don't know why they did this. I do not understand why Origin Systems was like, take the random child sprite and have it sometimes be an enemy, and it can just be called child. Because I don't think I'm supposed to interpret this as, you know, the avatar has to, you know, tarnish himself morally. The only way we're going to get to the bottom of this, yeah, we got to kill these kids. I do not think that's the point. I think they're just supposed to be like little gremlins or something. And they just wanted to reuse a sprite. But why reuse that text? Okay. I feel like it won't be one of the... Oh, this is bleak. There. Smash that kid like a barrel of eggs. Bowl of eggs. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, British. I got out of town. It was great. Soaking up the sun by the sea here in sunny Nova Scotia. Yeah, it wasn't always sunny. We actually had 2 rainy days. Those are nice too. You don't go out and enjoy the sun. You sit in the cottage, but it's rustic and cozy. And then we also had one absolutely horrible night where we were swarmed by just so many insects. The cottage was under assault, and this didn't persist. Like, it was only one night. Just bad luck. We just happened to pull the You Get Swarmed card. The Avatar is just getting it done all on his own here, combat-wise. Oh my goodness. Really can't stress how much I wish that the children were not here. Child critical. Like, come on. This doesn't feel good. Yeah, they were just relentless. And it turns out that one of the doors of our cottage had to be adjusted a bit. When it was installed, it was just slightly too low or too high. I can't remember exactly which one. I think it was too high. And so it created like an awkward step. And so they fixed it. And in fixing it, they've created and we didn't discover this until after the swarm, a little crack, but that big above the door. So in normal circumstances, a bug gets in now and then. When the cottage is literally being swarmed from all sides by mosquitoes, but also moths, and also just some really, really big, like horsefly looking things that I was really glad did not manage to make use of the portal. Just terrible. It was dreadful the entire night, even though we were inside. Mosquitoes were able to get in at such a rate that, like, you always, like, I was killing a mosquito every couple of minutes, and I was still just swarmed. Awful. Okay. So, thing is, being systematic here is tricky too. I'm probably going to wind up with a lot of redundancy just because these things all abut multiple rooms. But I feel good about the theory that the secret door is in here. So, I mean, it'll be a real drag, obviously, if it turns out the secret door is in one of the outer walls, or that there's no secret door. If there turned out to be like secret like trapdoors in the floor or some garbage like that, I'm gonna be very upset. Not sure if I'm creating redundancy already. If I'm searching rooms I've already done again. But what you gonna do? Probably gone far enough south to try. Let's try a gem one more time. This time I will gimmick it just because it is the last gem. And we see, yeah, if my theory is correct, the gems are not going to help us like they would have in the previous, in Ultima 5, which is a shame. But okay, fine. And cognizant, of course, that I could be wrong, which will be a shame. Yeah, so yeah, I had my week out of town. No streaming, because there's no internet there. Certainly not video game free. I did bring my Switch. Locked. Well, let's just go around then. No sense in breaking the rest of Shimina's lockpicks. Okay. Here is the official system I'm now going to start using. Never mind. There's the system. Just the problem is solved and the conundrum is over. Great. I feel good about that. I was about to say, no going into the other room to search the other side. I will do them one at a time. But here we are. We found a ladder. I certainly hope it's a ladder that goes somewhere relevant. And we carry on the quest. Alright, here we are. Now, of course... Oh. Alright, well, there's something afoot here. That could just mean that there's two... They hid multiple ladders up. So let's try west before we go jump into another floor again. In the Shrine of Passion, the statue of Minax was guarded by a bunch of demons. I won't be surprised if that repeats, because they didn't they didn't add anything besides, I guess, gargoyles at the top. And there were gargoyles in Ultima 5, they were just a different type of gargoyle. But they didn't add anything at the upper echelons of the bestiary that I've seen so far. Demons. There we go. Besides, demons and dragons are still the king of the hill. So here in the late game, alright. We may or may not be able to win this fight, because I did not heal prior to coming towards it. So let's just, let's do our best as a team. Oh, good. The Avatar is now on the side of the enemies. Does Shimino have Dispel Magic? I genuinely cannot recall. Nope. I got him great heal, but I have not... Well, here we are. Do a great heal on the Avatar, who's pretty beat up. Even though right now, he's our foe. Sometimes you get a turn while charmed. You're resisting the charm. So I suppose the Avatar can heal himself if he can dispel the charm himself, if he gets the chance. Alright. Dupre takes just a kind of basic hit. Oh, whoops. Alright. ELO needs to break out the magic bow when we get back around to him. And we're back around to him. Okay. ELO's in rough shape, too. But that's okay. The whole idea of being an archer... If you're an archer fighting in a 3x3 formation, you're the back line ranged in a 3x3 space hallway, and you're taking attacks, all is lost. It hardly matters that you weren't healed up. They've broken through the line. That's the ballgame, buddy. 4 demons. So this is a pretty serious fight, except... Oh, whoops. No, Shimino. Shimino, I'm sorry, buddy. Wait. Can I... No. Can I get him to wise up? Oh, here's the Avatar. And he's going to just go ahead and dispel the charm magic from himself. No effect. Perhaps he was not charmed anymore. Alright. The Avatar took a big hit there, but that's why we've healed him. We've got 1 demon lightly wounded. Oops. I didn't have Shimino. There's 5 of them. Alright, as long as these guys don't remember... Actually, I don't even know if Ultima 6 demons can summon other demons. But they certainly could back in good old Ultima 5, and it was very frustrating. Before Shimino steps forth, let's just go ahead and let him arm himself against his foe. Got it. Okay. One moment here. Click, 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 click. Okay. We've got a strong defensive line. Most importantly, to protect Balaam, who joined the party very late and is a child. So his hit points are low, not because of the child thing. That all the characters, there's no constitution score or whatever that determines your hit points. All the characters just follow the Ultima system of what level you are. It tells us how many hit points you can get. But he also joined very late in the story. So he could be one level higher in a problematic way, where we have to bring him back what am I trying to say? Have to bring him back to Britannia and have him pray. Oh my goodness, there's 6 of them. And the Avatar is charmed again. Yikes. What we're hoping is it doesn't last long. Oh good. Multiple of them have now turned invisible. Fortunately, see, the key to using invisibility as a battle tactic, you cannot maintain the original position you were in when you turned invisible. You're really telegraphing where to attack by not taking a step or in some other way getting yourself out of there. Oh my goodness, this battle though. We're still working on the first of 6. Alright, Dupre's getting roughed up, but he's still triple digit. I want to try to hold out as long as I can. Still just heavily wounded. What did the Avatar just do to Dupre? I don't know. Okay. I just want to kill this one demon who might have moved. Has it moved? I'm disappointed if that's true. No, and it's critical. Praise hit points are not looking nice right now. The Avatar is just going all out. Killing everyone. Alright. Shimino's got to save the day when he gets his turn. For Dupre. Okay. Save the day. Shimino. Putting down your sword. Taking out your spellbook. Throwing down another great heal. So, my assumption here, I believe that as I have, raised them up, I believe the Avatar and his companions are quite capable of winning this fight. But I'm also very confident. I think we just got to move on to the next one. I think the invisible one actually moved finally because he was critical. So let's focus our efforts on him. Shimino doesn't have a sword right now. Does anyone else need a great heal? Not at the moment. You know what? This probably isn't going to do much. Oh, he doesn't even have the magic points for it. So he probably can't even do his great heal anymore. Pretty much anyone but the Avatar has very low maximum spell points. Okay, well, geez, buddy. Put the book away and get your weapon out. Shimino had a feeling there was an invisible demon right in front of him. I mean, one would assume, beyond the fact that it was standing in front of him when it went invisible and he hasn't heard footsteps or whatever, It also just seems likely there's a, you know, you can feel its breath on you. There's got to be multiple, there's a lot going on here. Avatar still not recovering from charm. Just, oh, we got another one heavily wounded. Is it this one? Have they shifted around? Conked the Avatar there. Missed. 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 No. Alright. So it is still the one in front of Dupre. That is heavily... Oh. Maybe. Be easier to verify. Here we go. Here we go. Easier to verify if we could hit it. Which is what allows us to see the message. Okay. Shimino might actually be standing in front of nothing now. How long does their invisibility last? Like, is that critical one? Are we going to eventually find him cowering in the corner? Who knows? Critical? Come on, team. Finish it off. Balaam, be a legend, buddy. No. But it's not invisible. So if it starts to run, at least we'll know it's running. Avatar just can't decide. He's just turns to one side, socks Shimino on the side of the head, whips back around, kidney punch to Dupre. Beautifully done, ELO. Okay, 1 of 6 down in addition to 1 of 6, at least currently, invisibly cowering in a corner on the brink of death. So that's hopeful. Ah, invisible one is still in front of Shimino. But let's just focus our efforts on the visible one here. Yeah, so I feel like if I had engaged more with developing the characters and learning the combat system and optimizing everybody's gear, especially weapons, but then also raising more spellcasters, more offensive, I am sure that I can make this fight less of a slog. But I do feel like I've got the fight under control. Although it will be great if the Avatar could just break that charm anytime. He's our main healer and one of the strongest members of the team and just the literal leader. It's got to be bad for morale and unit cohesion when the leader is under the mental compulsion of the enemy. That's not appealing to anybody. If anything is actually going to cost us this fight, it's just going to be the Avatar not pitching in. Oh, good. Oh, good. Shimino's charmed now, too. But who's going to help him? There's quite literally nothing to do except just hope for the best here. Come on, kill that fleeing demon, team. And Dupre's taking it on the chin. Okay, that demon has fled successfully. Let it. It'll come back eventually. It'll get cocky. But, oh dear. More than anything, I just need Oh. Balaam is wounded too. I believe it's all just going to come down to... Oh, good. Dupre is charmed. Alright. It's all going to come down to just us being doomed. Because of too much charm. And yet, we got another one on the run. Balaam's got to be on the run. What's the strategy now, though? The entire front line is opposing the good guys. They're encircling us. I guess we try to run past. Oh! There's that invisible jerk. Oh, that one's barely wounded. Great. No, I think this is we're gonna chalk this one up to a failure. I would love to just slog it on out. Okay, keep run, Balaam. All right. Optimal outcome, I'll say right now. I mean, optimal outcome is we win this version of this fight. That's looking dicey. Looking dicey because we have no capacity to heal, and also some extremely powerful foes pitching in for our demise. Those foes being our allies. Elo is on his last legs here. I do not think the boomerangs of Balaam and Zelo dead. Elo's dead. Yeah, this isn't going to come together for us. I don't think. But it was close. So, yeah, the Avatar is even interfering. Okay, let's load it back up. My personal preference here is for us to win without making a concession to reality here and going to get Shimino Dispel Magic so we have strategies to fight back against the Charming. What I'd like to do is just bang my head against this one more time and win. I don't know if we can do that, but we'll try. Now, cannot rest in the dungeon. So, let's have the Avatar do a little healing here. For himself on the front line. But also, as we just learned, why not for Elo? Uh-oh. Think this is Elo? Yep. It's a real sign that you've spent a long time traveling with people when you can recognize them by looking at them. Okay. Okay. Save from there. Let's have the Avatar put the book down and take a shiny magic shield. It'd be great if that could just work. It's absurdly late in the game for me to be thinking about this. Combat not being my favorite part of this game, I've largely slogged through it instead of digging in. But obviously, if the boomerang is a single-handed weapon, the person holding the torch should be one of the backline boomerang throwers. It should not be Shimino. Shimino should just have a shield. But it's his job. Okay. Can we make it work in a second attempt? That was not a super promising start. Got to equip Elo properly, which we'll do in a moment. And the Avatar is charmed. But, no, you know what? No. We'll try this one more time before I accept it. Shimino also needs to know the spell of Dispel Magic. But I'd love it if you didn't. I'd love it if we could get this done. So we're going to try. As we'll save now that I've done the mighty step of equipping that bow. We want to do this carefully so that we go into battle mode before the Avatar is hit with too many projectiles. Lightly wounded in the first shot. That's a positive sign. I was hoping to get heavily wounded with the second shot. Ah, hey, that's not bad. We're hitting hard. Also, it looks like, because they came to us in the hallway, that the demons have not fully activated their crew. Ah, okay. Probably those two that we're seeing around the edges are going to get involved. But we know there's 6. And if there's only 4 going to fight us right here at the start, that's not bad. Alright, Dupre. You're going to have to trust me on this one. Yeah. Critical. Come on. Be a legend, Balaam. No, he didn't pull it off. Okay. Forget it. If he's critical, he's critical. Let's focus on the next one. Lightly wounded. Heavily. Avatar's charmed, but you may or may not shake that off at a better pace. You never know. Shimino lightly wounded. Come on, Elo. I know it's a bit that we all hit Shimino. So this is important. Alright. Shimino's gonna have to heal himself. Oh my goodness, come on, team. Critical. Get the kill. No. And that one's moved. Attack this one. Light. 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 Come on. If we could all just beat up on Shimino a little less, it would probably be good for the cause. Heavily. 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 Ever so heavily wounded. It's critical. Finish him off, Shimino. Finish it, Gweno. Finish it. It's run. It's fleeing. Okay, can Elo... No, that's the furthest he can aim. Is there a dude there? Yeah, it was Shimino, though. Nailed him. I mean, that was to be fair to Elo. That was Elo doing exactly what he was asked to do. With aplomb. So, good job, buddy. Okay. Hey, Avatar is back under my control. As his first act, he's going to say, you know, as a, you know, sorry about the stabbing, all that stabbing to Shimino, he's going to throw him a great heal. But okay, Avatar is on team. The back line is advancing. Shimino is charmed, but at least he's got a full tank of hit points thanks to the Avatar. No, the Avatar will dispel that. Soon as... Oh, Shimino will just shake it off. Shimino doesn't care. Okay, I'm going to move the back line up some. I mean, actually, they got to move up a lot, don't they? Oh, no. Which one is Gweno? Okay, she was the one I thought she was. Elo, you pass. Yeah, let's sweep east. Also, obviously, whatever thing we need to meet is just right there on the platform. It's probably possible to just have the Avatar jog up there in the middle of this fight and read the dialogue, but that's cheap. We won't do that. Okay, Elo doesn't have the angle yet. I don't think. Balaam definitely doesn't. So have him go back to that one. Gwen will go forward a little more so that Elo can come forward a little more. Heavily already. Right. Elo's got to move up, and he will. Whatever that demon just tried to do to Dupre, it didn't work. I don't think it was charm, but what I do know is it didn't work, and I feel great about that. Okay, Balaam's working on this guy all by himself, and he's a little kid, so we'll cut him some slack for the fact that he sucks at it. Critical. Damn it, Elo. We moved you up precisely so you would stop doing that. I bet Balaam could get the kill with a good hit here. But he's not even going to take the shot because he's not standing there. Shimino would love to finish this dude off. He failed to, but he would have loved to. He would have felt great. Okay, forget it, buddy. Cower in the corner. We'll come kill you in a minute. Let's work on this one. He's lightly wounded. Oops, Avatar needed to move. Rats. Alright, we've lost Shimino again, but not Dupre. So when the Avatar gets his turn, once again, he will save Shimino from himself. Spell magic. Shimino. Success. Lightly. Still lightly. I was hoping that magic arrow blow was going to be what got us moving here. Okay. Heavily. Okay. Avatar glides around the corner, squeezes through. The characters of Ultima 6 aren't great at aiming around corners, but they can move diagonally across one, just pressing themselves tightly in between Shimino and the corner there. Okay, Prey is heavily wounded. Perhaps the Avatar should... Oh, Shimino's charmed again. So what the heck? Let's fix that. Very good. Onwards. Come on, Elo. It's extremely short-range archery. Okay. Well, the Avatar can only hit this one, but they all need to be hit eventually. Oh my god. Elo's just working on my last nerve here with his terrible aim. Again, though, Balaam is a child. We're letting it slide with him. But the rest of us should really stop shooting poor Shimino in the back again and again and again. This is already a hard enough fight. No wonder Shimino keeps getting charmed over to the other side, right? If we would give him a break, just now and then. Well, Yellow duffed that one at least, but he was going for it. Sorry to pray. Oh my goodness, team, come on. Keep an eye on Dupre's health here. Avatar is taking some big magical hits too, but ultimately not super worried about the big magical hits. The real fear here, more than anything, is the charm spells. If the Avatar stays uncharmed, that one's dead. Nice. Was that an extremely powerful shot? Had I been fighting that one earlier and forgotten? I mean, that's probably what it was. Now, Balaam isn't going to get that ammunition around the corner there. That projectile weapon. It's not, there's no ammunition involved with a boomerang. It's just a boomerang. Just throw it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm coming up on exciting times here at 58 Dream Street, because I'm on, although I had my out-of-town, like, traveling vacation last week, I'm on vacation for the next 4 weeks. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I can't remember what I used to do before. I just thought about teaching all the time. So that's exciting. I'm going to, do some stuff in my life, including, read books, exercise, go outside, enjoy the summer, that kind of stuff. But I'm also probably going to stream more. And I'm coming up on a cleared slate here, because Pirates, which I have been doing on Saturdays, requires no ongoing commitment. I could put down Pirates and pick it back up at any time and whatever. It takes at most a couple days to do a Pirates career, a couple play sessions. And if I was digging in one day, I could probably do a whole Pirates career in a single stream. But then also, just about this close, I gotta believe we're not gonna find out we need, one more set of 8 objects to collect. I think that we're just on the verge of saving the day, making peace between Britannian and gargoyle-kind. And I'll take at least some kind of breather. There we go, another one down. Okay, now it's cleanup. Let's break off combat and find these jerks. There. Alright, pal. This isn't your day. Oops. Sorry, Gweno. Forgot about your inferior range. But obviously we've got this dude surrounded. And he's already on death's door. This isn't going to be too tough. Oops. Maybe Balaam... Oh, sorry, Gweno. Maybe Balaam can get a demon kill. Be proud of him for that. Probably not. But maybe. No, it's all yellow. Okay. Is there another one hiding over here? Are they all slain? 2 of them. Oh, do you hear something, Shimino? Shimino's picked up a lead. He thinks there might be something just to the east of us. Yeah, so the icon of passion, as I mentioned earlier, was Minax the Enchantress, the villain of Ultima 2. The original 3 Ultimas, Ultimas 1 through 3, the Age of Darkness trilogy, as I think they're sometimes called. Although, obviously, that's retroactive. Retroactively applied. They have main villains, and the objects of those games are to kill those villains. And since there's 3 games in a trilogy, and therefore 3 original Ultima villains, and also 3 principles in the gargoyle religion, well, my feeling, my suspicion. Alright. Oh no. Are they respawning? What have I done? We won the fight. Okay. Break off combat. Gweno's charmed. This is madness. Uh-oh. I didn't go into battle mode. Okay. I have control of the avatar. We're back in battle mode. That almost got terrible. But we healed Dupre, and it's on. Is the villain here? We cannot tell. Break off combat. Oops. Party mode. It is right there. Okay. Okay, end the fight. We just can't hit this invisible one for some reason. It's not in the protection field either. No, it's 100% definitely right there. We just cannot land a shot. Which is super frustrating. Okay. Avatar is going to try a fireball. No effect. It's there. I cannot step into that square. But it's like, it's invincible. Fine. Alright. That one's moved closer like I hoped it would. Breaking off the combat. Just... I don't think we're going to be able to kill the invisible one there. We are just going to have to talk to whatever this one is. My prediction... is that it's going to turn out to be... one of the other... Come on, Balin. This is it, buddy. The demon moved. No, he can't reach. So that was a legitimate attack on the floor. I even aimed it at the floor. Yeah, my theory is that the other two icons, the icons of Diligence and of Control, are also going to be villains from the original Ultimas, which I know about only through reading. I've played a little bit of the original Ultima trilogy. Come on, Balin. No. But I've never, I certainly haven't beaten them. My in-depth Ultima experience starts with Ultima 4, The Quest of the Avatar, which does not have a villain. You pass. Alright, this is it, Balin. You can do it. Or not, but you tried. No one can take trying away from me. Can he get there? He can't. So Elo's not going to. Okay. We're all dead except the invisible one that we can't stop from hitting us. So let's save. Let's get out of here. Oh, hey, that thing is moved. If it's moved, perhaps its immunity has unglitched? No. No, I don't think it has. Just don't kill the kid. Just don't kill the kid. Oh, he's charmed. Great. Okay. Absurd. And yet, here we are. And it's a statue of Exodus, the villain of Ultima 3, Exodus. So here we are. A stone statue of the evil Exodus. Who I guess, was diligent. Must have been. I don't know. You still remember vividly how you defeated Exodus in your third visit to Britannia. I don't know, vividly. Although I do remember reading about this. Using the 4 cards, you trick the accursed machine into destroying itself. I was pretty sure that I had read that Exodus was a giant computer. The statue speaks. We meet again, Avatar. Fear not. I have but one task now, and am no threat. What's your task, pal? The gargoyles have enshrined my spirit here as the embodiment of diligence. Oh yeah? What's so important about diligence? I was once a powerful demon. Thought you were a computer. Diligence was the essence of my soul. Cold, unswerving diligence in the path of my conquest. So there, I gotta say that like just calling a computer straight up might actually make more sense to getting across the diligence thing here. Doing all of this under heavy attack. But in my devotion to achievement, I lost sight of my original goals. Diligence without a goal is as worthless as a goal without diligence. The means cannot replace the end, and diligence cannot be the goal. The gargoyles understand diligence. Their society is based on the diligent leading the wayward. Gargoyles have this weird thing where the winged ones, who are also smarter than the non-winged ones, kind of just, it's like a, I don't know, like a weird feudalism. It's weird. In this way, they maintain their fight for survival in their harsh world. Contemplate what thou hast learned. Repeat after me the mantra of diligence. Us. Should record this just in case. The mantra of diligence is us. Wait, did I go to the control shrine first, or did I write the mantra of control? Excuse me, I'm going to Google something really quick here, because I was sure I went to the Shrine of Passion first. I'm just going to look and verify if I did. Yes. Yep, okay. So yeah, control is the one that I still need to do. So I'll fix that error in the spreadsheet. Alright, we have 2 mantras of the principles. Us. Thy understanding is flawed, but I can teach you no more. Thou wilt need diligence to succeed in thy quest, Avatar. But thou wilt most of all need a clear vision of thy goal to be worthy. And now he admires my deeds and diligence. Great. Oh, whoops. Break off combat. And now we just gotta run out of here without Chimino getting killed. You know what? Why don't we throw a great heal at our boy. Right. And we got to dispel some charms. And one more, and then hopefully this invincible and invisible gargoyle, or demon, will just leave us alone while we flee. It killed Balaam! And okay, fine. Restore the game. This is going to be very painful. I can tell. It's officially not there, though. Okay, here's what we're going to need to try to do. I'm not really confident in this. Thing is following us. It's now charmed Elo. And killed Balaam. Oh lord. What a situation I've got myself into here. Okay. How is Balaam doing? He's near full health at this point. what do I have that could possibly help here? What I have is the orb of the moons. The strategy here is that we're just going to run, hope no one gets killed on the way, do the conversation one more time. I won't read it in the robot voice again. And then we're just going to see if I can immediately dive in. And see if we can teleport out. Ah, that's not the orb of the moons. Still dealing with some charm here, and someone's gone. Who's gone? Who do we lose? And of course, we're being attacked by mongbats. Okay. One sec. Just gonna try to brute force this. Can we get to British's throne? Okay, I did in fact see both of my bards are there. We're just standing atop each other. Don't. Okay. Okay. Oh no, I cast Dispel Field instead of Dispel Magic. Oh, come on. Success. No effect. Are we okay now? Well, it was graceless, but we did it. We've escaped. We're here. Heal us, please, Lord British. Thanks, pal. Okay. So, gonna go to the Shrine of Control next, which is easily accessible. In fact, I was when I first started warping around, that was where I was standing through that first warp. But we should prepare a little, right? Particularly reagents are a situation right now. So, if I can talk to my old friend Elo. Thanks, pal. 167 gold. Okay, well, we'll use that to buy some reagents. Would have been great to loot those demon bodies. They sometimes have good treasure. But we lost our shot. Okay. What's the whole team status? Obviously, the Avatar is actually... I don't know. It's because he's cruising along, but he's nowhere close to level 8. Probably won't reach it. Dupre, level 7. He's doing well. Shimino's creeping up, but I don't think he's going to hit level 7. Gweno's nowhere close to level 7. Hilo's creeping up. And Balem is ready for level 3. So let's take the lad to the Shrine of Spirituality, and we'll be very clear that, ultimately, these are just both virtue-based religions that don't really seem to be deity-focused. So you can appreciate spirituality while still being like, my favorite principles are control and diligence and passion. We're not stealing a man's son. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay. So the Shrine of Spirituality is 1 south and 2 west of the Avatar's position. Warp portal wise. So we'll zip over there. Here we are. Hello, Altar of Spirituality. Yes, we do. Balaam will meditate. I believe it's Om, but I should double check. It's Om. Om, 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 Om. And Balaam has gained his level. Good for him. He doesn't need intelligence on account of not being able to cast spells, but oh well. There we go. Now to Cove. So the Shrine of Compassion is step 4, position 4, which will be 2 north and 1 east of the Avatar. So let me throw that down. Yeah, so at some point in the next week, I plan to start 3 Let's Plays. 2 of them in my regular Saturday, Sunday slots, but 1 during the week somewhere. And then we'll see. We'll see if that might just be enough for me. Or without work, I might, feel empty and have no sense of purpose and be like, I need to stream every day now. I need to stream like I'm a professional. I need to feel like I'm working. But what I will start very soon, 3 Let's Plays. I'm going to do Starflight. I did Star Control 2 fairly recently. And that was a game that I wanted to play for a long time. I was very happy when I finally played it. Had a ton of fun with it. Okay, what's the Avatar situation? Actually, let me grab a notepad before I look at the Avatar situation. Notepad, pencil, got it? Alright, so I have to take stock of what reagents I require. And then make some notes. Okay, I think I'm going to say that I'm satisfied to get everything back to 20s right now. I think. So, 4 silk, 12 ginseng, 5 pearl, and 5 mandrake root. I do not believe that our friend, whose name escapes me at the moment, stop killing our child. Oh my goodness. Well, he's got more hit points now at least. Ah. Come on, Rudium. His name comes to me. Ah, he's a lunch. Well, we'll just wait for him to get back. There we go. Let him come around. And we'll talk to him. Hey, Rudium. He's got an excellent beard. Say what you want about Rudium's terrible shop configuration. He wears a great beard. I've come for reagents, buddy. You don't have any magic that I need. Why are you standing behind the counter if your shop is clean? That's more like it. Thanks, pal. Alright, so I said I needed 4 spider silk. I need... Does he have pearl? He doesn't have pearl. Does he have ginseng? Yes. 2 proportion? Well, I need 12. That's what I need the most. Pearl and mandrake. Neither of which he has. We'll have to go see Great Zhao. Nay, Rudium. I want none of your junk. Alright. Here's one nice thing. We don't need to walk out of his shop because we're going to teleport. So let's cruise on over to the Avatar. Inventory. Where we will... Oh. Inventory management. I will move my 4 strands of silk to this bag. Said it many times, but I'm told by everyone who knows anything about it that Ultima 7 somehow has worse inventory management than this, and I'm perversely excited to find out when I do get to that. Okay. I want to go to Moonglow. Position 1. Well, that's easy. 2 up, 2 left, or 2 north, 2 west of the Avatar. And away we go. Okay. So I'm in Moonglow. Gotta go north to the Lyceum. Ah. Shmino's just been carrying a torch the whole time. Hope his arm wasn't getting sore. Do 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 do. Here we go. Almost there, and then we'll be off to the Shrine of Control. Who knows what the answer... Who knows? The gimmick of the Shrine of Passion was just that it was very short and filled with lava, but you had to walk across a bit of lava. Besides that, there was really nothing to it, except just getting immediately to your goal and then feeling good about it. Diligence was all about... at first I thought diligently just searching the entire 6x6, 36 rooms or 25 rooms or however many rooms it was. And then it turned out to be about diligently searching. So I guess the passion theme was just that there's lava, lava's hot, passion is hot, burns or whatever. I don't know what the gimmick is. Pearl I need 5 of. And I also said I needed 5 mandrake. Of course. Most expensive ones. Well, thank you for your kindness, Madam Zhao. Okay. We're on the way. Let's save. All prepared and such. And we should also sleep so we get our magic points back. And then we'll hit the Shrine of Control and see if... if there was a deliberate theme of diligence in the kind of crawling search for the secret door, and if there was a little theme of passion in the lava and the fire, then my gut tells me the gimmick of the Shrine of Control is going to be flipping switches. But let's find it. Okay, can we camp here? Yep. Sleep for 9 hours. The Avatar will guard. We can all eat some food. We don't need it for healing. But what we did want, I just want the Avatar, and to a lesser extent Shimino, to get their magic points back. We sleep until the middle of the night, which is kind of strange, but we're a strange bunch. I mean, you don't become heroes of a world that you don't even live in. You don't become the hero of some faraway dimension without being at least a little bit odd. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Definitely saving now that I've gone through that. Alright. Shrine of Control, position number 7. 1 north and 1 west of the... Or, I suppose I could just say 1 to the northwest of the Avatar. And then we immediately hope to not be swarmed by Mongbats. Here we are, Shrine of Control, we're in. Oh, wouldn't you know? A bajillion switches. That's that master's degree in literature. You can see it paying off in things like where I identify what I'll have to do in some dungeon based on the literary themes. Okay. Here we go. Well, this first room has a pretty straightforward objective. I need to open... right now, I'm going to cross my fingers. I'm gonna earnestly hope. What I'm hoping right now is that this is not a configuration of multiple switches to do a single thing, like a circuit. I'm gonna try right now, just needle in a haystack style, flip all the switches, and see if one of them opens that door, opens that portcullis. And then I'll return them all to their original position, which I will also mentally note to myself is the left position. There we go. So that opened the door. Of course, we have another portcullis and then another one. I want to just find the right ones. It's probably one of these ones that does the second one, since I flipped most of them and I didn't notice it opening. Aha! There we go. That's 2. Then there's 3 and 4. I believe it will absolutely be a thing where I'll be glad that I did not leave any switches thrown besides the ones I absolutely needed to do. So let's hope. There we go. It's 3. And there's only 3 switches thrown in here, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. What about number 4? Switch the lever, can't close the portcullis. Okay, wait, what's going on here? Did that? Yeah, that one worked. That was part of the whole deal. Did this one not actually do anything? No, it does. There's redundancy, isn't there? Okay, fine. Alright, let's, haven't used the big wall switches yet. Top left is bad. Reclose that door. Second. Open another one. Great. Let's start experimenting. That worked. Oh, good. Drakes. And if the Shrine of Control is just a hallway, that's great. Because there's something shiny and fancy. It could just be like a protection field or something I'll have to dispel. Let's find out, shall we? Heard a noise. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 portcullises are open. That's a redundant one. So is that. Okay. There's 6. Oh, good. We've opened enough now that we can be breathed upon by the friggin' thing. Okay. What about this one? That one's bad. What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're open. We're in. Ah, it's an electric field. Ah, well. Won't take us long to kill a drake. Oops. Balaam nailed the avatar there, but to be fair, I told him to do it. It was my fault. Killed that drake. Excellent. Oh, battle off. The avatar will dig around in the corpse for a change. Show leadership. Okay, I've already found whichever switch opens the next one. So it's all about turning off this electric field. Now I'm going to try the wall switches, because don't those seem like electrical panels in a way the others don't? Ta-da. And... Whoops. Sorry, Shamina. Yellow should not be using his limited ammunition to kill something easy. Hey, Balaam got the kill. Okay, we break off combat, throw down a save. It's probably we're about to head into a demon fight, huh? Oh, good. And we get to walk through some bear traps. Alternately, maybe we just... Now, presumably, this is Monday. Whew. That's a villainous-looking visage. A stone statue of the evil wizard Mondain. You remember as if it were yesterday how you defeated Mondain in your first visit to Britannia. But you can see that the sands of time dulled the precision of the memories because the land was called Sosaria back then. It wasn't founded as Britannia until later. Using the 4 stones, you went back in time to smash his power gem. Yeah, these Ultima 3 plots do not sound as like ambitious as, you know, completing the quest of the Avatar to exemplify all virtue and provide an example to the people, or, you know, retrieving Lord British and overthrowing a dictatorship based on ruthless enforcement of virtue. Ah well. We meet again, Avatar. Fear not. I have but one task now and am no threat. Is your task to tell me about the principle of control? The gargoyles have enshrined my spirit here as the embodiment of control. Tell me about control. I was once a mighty wizard. Control was the essence of my soul. Control of self and control of others. But desire for more control overcame me. I forsook my self-control in my hunger for conquest. Control must start with the self and expand outward. The strong must lead, but to be strong, one must control oneself first. The gargoyles understand control. Their society is based on the strong guiding the weak. In this way, they survive in their harsh world. Contemplate what thou hast learned. Repeat after me the mantra of control. Alright. Let's note that. Us, and or are our mantras here in Gargoylia. Thy understanding is flawed, but I can teach thee no more. Thou wilt need to control of others to badly spelled succeed in thy quest, Avatar. I guess not that badly. That's pretty badly spelled. Yes, I should. No, not letting them off the hook. It's terrible spelling. But thou wilt, most of all, need to control thyself to be worthy. I admire thy deeds and thy control. Thanks, pal. Sorry, team. Wait. That's the ticket. Control. By controlling... Do you think this was going to go well for you, pal? Just gotta remember to skip Elo's turns. I'll skip Balaam's too, but I'm not as worried about him wasting boomerang ammo, because such a thing does not exist. See? There. Good work, team. Shamino, take a look. In those Drake guts. Ooh, money, 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 money. The Avatar will carry the money. Don't worry, buddy, I don't mind. Well, that was that. Okay. My gut tells me that I'm not going to be, you know, given... there's not going to be some crazy battle when I go back to the Temple of the Singularity. That's what I'd love to believe, anyway. So. Gotta find my way back to Gargoyle Society, which I think is to the east. It's probably a good sign if there was even a path that I could follow there, because Gargoyle Land is not big compared to Britannia. So if we can just find their civilization, then we can head back to the Shrine of Singularity. This might all be coming to a head. I don't know. Because, like, as far as, like, clear instructions the game has given me, it doesn't really seem like there's too much left to be done. Shimino here's something to the southeast. Hopefully it's... Well, we can't go southeast from here. Alright. Love to do some wandering, but we'll get there. But yeah, so as far as I know, once I am on a spiritual quest, which the Temple of the Singularity told me it would put me on once I visited their shrines, which I've now done. Once I'm on that quest, I should be able to go to the Codex, and then I have all the items to cast the ritual that created the Codex in the first place. And so, in theory, you know, we're at the climax here, but we'll see. All right, the sacrificial slab. We just won't think too much about that. And then here is where we have the directions to the altar. Throw down a save. So we can start getting ready here. Dupre, put up the balloon. Very good. Before we get in, let's just go ahead and change the winds. I would like a south wind. You don't point in the direction you want the wind to blow, you point in the direction you want the wind to blow from. Let's get on this balloon. And just move up. And we're there. A comically short voyage given the ordeal that it wasn't that big of an ordeal to create the balloon, but it was more than not an ordeal. Okay, I think we just talked to the triangle here. Yep. We understand it despite not recognizing the language. Have I completed my journey to the catacombs? Yes. What is the mantra of Singularity? Nobody told me that on my quest. Okay. This is something I can work out. Unusor. Unorus. Uranus. I'm trying to look at the three mantras of the principles and see if they can be combined in some way. Is it un? Okay. So I need to deduce the mantra of Singularity. What did this book have? Book of Circles, right. All begins with three principles: control, passion, and diligence. From control springs direction. From passion springs feeling. From diligence springs persistence. But these three virtues are no more important than the other five. Yeah. Yeah. The absence of them is chaos. So the absence of the principles points to the seventh virtue of order. Three principles unify to form singularity. This is the eighth virtue, but also the first, because within this principle, all are found. Circle has no end, it continues forever, with all parts equally important in the success of the whole. Our society is the same, and two continues forever, with all members and all virtues equal parts of the unified whole. That's not at all true of Gargoyle Society, which is heavily stratified, as we've discussed. Okay, what were these? The Book of Prophecies, of course. The Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. Right, they're missing that. They want it back. So, is it some kind of mashup? Yes. What is the Okay. Can I combine the three if a circle has no beginning and end, can I combine them in any order? Unorus? Let the principle of control guide thy quest. That was the... was the mantra of control. Let the principle of passion... That's or. I'm guessing... Maybe. It actually depends what order I mash them together in. What order it gives me these bits of dialogue. But control guides the quest, passion drives the quest, and diligence maintains the quest. That makes sense. Then wilt thou truly achieve the unified spirit and singularity of purpose that is necessary for success in all endeavors. See, I don't think I hit the one true combination of the three. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that, or and us and or, unasor, I think they all would be fine. This is the gargoyle way. Let it be thy way as well. The altar glows with a cold blue flame. You feel compelled to seek out the Codex. Your final quest has begun. Now, of course, a huge question mark remains about whether this is just going to cast a ritual and be done with it, or whether this is going... Because Ultimas 4 and 5 do not have a main villain that you must kill at the end of the quest. But what they do have is a big final dungeon. So, is there a big final dungeon awaiting me? We're about to find out. I am going to take a very brief intermission before I do that. So hang tight, folks. I'll be right back. Okay, back at it. We're gonna head. So, here's the thing. The Shrine of the Codex. The ultimate goal of Ultima 4, after proving that you had virtue, was to get to that Codex, and that involved a big long dungeon. Getting to the Codex in Ultima 5 just involved walking past the two gargoyle statues who would say, hey, you're on a quest, go see the Codex. We can't get past the gargoyle statues thus far because they're like, hey, you're not on a spiritual quest. So there could or could not be, impossible to guess with certainty whether there's going to be a final dungeon waiting. But what I do know is that I want to go to location 19, the Isle of the Avatar. 19. So if the Avatar's at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right where Dupre stands. In that formation. So we'll put it right down below Dupre. And we'll dive in. Here we are. Oh, they don't even congratulate me for being on a spiritual quest. They just let me in. Okay. You see the Codex. As always, the Codex is open to the pages bearing exactly the information you need. Oh, this is quite possibly where it says, you must go to the final dungeon. To return the Codex to the Vortex, Place a convex lens. I gotta write this shit down, don't I? So this is different from the ritual that was used to create the original codex. To return the codex. Okay. Place convex lens exactly midway between the codex and the flame of singularity. Okay. Okay. So that the light from the flame converges on the codex. Place a concave lens between the codex and the flame of infinity. Between the codex and the flame of infinity. So that its light diverges over the codex. Then place the 8 moonstones within the vortex cube. Oh god. This is upsetting. At least one of the moonstones is just kicking around somewhere. Okay. I mean, we can get to them by going through the blue moon gates. Okay. Set it on the ground in front of the codex. And then use it to return the codex from whence it came. Okay. Well, this turned out to be more involved, and not necessarily in a dungeon way, than I was hoping. Okay. Set it on the ground in front of the codex. Use it to return the codex from whence it came. Okay. Place the 8 moonstones in the vortex cube and place it in front of the codex. Okay. Oh, wait. This is much easier than I thought, isn't it? Those are the flames, aren't they? Please. Please let this be the case. Let's find out. I think those are the braziers. And, okay. This one, the Britannian lens. Okay. So I'm thinking it's just there. So the only issue, if I'm interpreting this correctly, no guarantees, is getting back those moonstones. So which ones do I have? I'm just going to write this on paper. Moonstones. I've got New Moon. Half. Can't remember if that's... I think that's waxing, but I'm just going to say half moon left. Does it tell me specifically? No. Okay. Sliver moon left. Okay. And the rest are in a bag, right? No. Is that all the moonstones that I've held on to? 3 out of the 8? Should I bury all the rest of them? Do I hate myself that much? No. Okay. Half moon right. And again, we can get to the location of any moonstone through a blue moon gate. It'll just involve standing around staring at the moons a lot. But there, now we're up to having half of them. That's progress. Shimino's got gems squirreled away we didn't know about. Full moon. Got full. That's 5. Gwen holding any? Nope. She's got the potion bag. And she just got a bag of stuff. Just her pack. I don't believe we give. Okay. So it looks like there's 3 to grab. I need to. It's not enough for me to just have written this down. I need to open up the manual and remind myself what the moon phases are. So bear with me a moment here. Manuals, Ultima 5, Compendium. I'm pretty sure there's just a handy chart of the moon phases. Seems like the kind of thing you would put in the Ultima Compendium, right? Right? Okay, looking around. Scrolling. Scrolling. Here we are. Okay. So, yes. What am I missing? Gibbous waxing, gibbous waning, crescent waning. Alright. And then there's nothing to do but go find a moonstone. Now, I feel like my gut tells me that I buried one in like either Trinsic or Jalome, but I also might have buried one in Britain. So I think I'll start by going to ye old Britain. Sadly, I have the new moon, so if I was, it's not going to do the trick right now if I found it. Okay, so I need to know the position. I'm going to quickly check Britain. That's position 3. 2 to the north of the Avatar. We warp away. Wait, if I buried it, I probably would have buried it right here, right? Found nothing in that earth. Okay. Let's immediately... Maybe... but it also might be Scarab Ray. I feel like when I buried them, most of the time, I was just burying them in those stone circles. So I'll try those 3 towns. And then, I mean, obviously we can also just use the wait for the right moon to come at a blue moon gate and use it from there. In a pinch, that's what we'll do. Okay. So, where do I want to go? I'll do... My gut says Trinsic, which is 2 south of the Avatar. But then again... No, but I feel like if I did put it in Trinsic, I put it in the town proper. If. Big if. Or is it Moonglow? Could be any of the towns, I suppose. No, I feel like I keep... Yeah. Okay. Can't get the moon gate. Oh, see Shimino. Shimino doing his trick where he stands in the moon gate but does not teleport because the Avatar is not right there next to him. We just gotta wait this thing out, I guess. Let's hit the spacebar a bunch. Actually, you know what? Let's save in case I'm wrong. There's no moon gate here. There's no moonstone here. Then I'll be very sad. Ah, you know what? It's so tedious waiting. Is it just as long as there's any moon in the sky, the moon gates are open? Because if so, this is a real bad time for the new moon to be out all day. We have the option of resting. Why don't we? pop out of Trinsic for a moment. See if we... Oh, but then they're gonna shut the gates when night falls. Okay. Nothing to be done but the tedious waiting. Do this bit of tedious waiting, since I must. Tedious time killing. Ah, but there comes the other moon. Okay. If it's alive as long as there's a moon in the sky, then this is... It's not going to be enough to just wander around. Waiting. I've got to go sleep in the wilderness. Kill some time. Let's look at that other moon. It's just about to peek over the horizon. Okay, can we rest? Yep. Take a chance on 9 hours. Avatar can guard. We got no food. Okay. We're up in the night. Can we get into Trinsic? Because also... Yes, okay. We can return to Trinsic. Now this thing is going to be awake, isn't it? Yeah, because there's a moon up. But the moon is close to setting. But also, okay, which moon is that that's up? Do I have that one? Of course, it won't let me see both at once. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, there's the one that is currently represented. I was gonna say if we don't have that one, we can just hop in this moon gate. All right. Well, we need the moon to go down. I believe. I hope. It could also be a shovel thing. In fact, why wouldn't I try that right now? Because we have a shovel, don't we? Shimino holding the shovel? Yeah. Shimino, let me see that shovel for a sec. Ah. No, it must not. I can just control Shimino. There. No. Okay. Cannot just dig a moonstone out of an active moon gate. That's fair. Oops. Okay, get the whole team back together and we march around and we wait. Hopefully, I'm hoping that rather than following an Earth-like realistic moon cycle, that the moons actually just go through all the phases in the process of just rising and falling day to day. Okay, come on. With no moon, you shut down, right? If not, I'm not too proud to Google recover moonstones Ultima 6. Or if anyone in the chat wanted to tell me. I'm not even sure there is anyone in the chat. It's been a quiet few weeks, which is fine. It's a good thing that playing games and speaking out loud is fun. Even if you would rather do it with an audience. Okay, there we go. That's one. Let's check Scarbray and then let's check Moonglow. Maybe those are it. Otherwise, gotta get a blue moon gate going. Can I get a blue moon gate going? I was gonna say without using moonstone, but if I just used a moonstone and I knew where I was using it, I'd come back with the orb of the moons. Ugh. Okay. So, Scarbray, position 21. 2 to the southwest of the Avatar. Let's do it. Alright, here we are. Are we standing on a moonstone? No. I thought we were for an instant, but only because of that bird. Created the illusion of a little whiteness there. Okay, let's go to Moonglow, and then failing that, I just gotta start working the moons. Okay, Moonglow is position 1, 2 northwest of the Avatar. No! Avatar, what have you done? That's not what I meant for you to use. Please use the Orb of the Moons. Let's all head on over to Moonglow. In Moonglow. Yep. We get a moonstone. Very glad that I was at least predictable in where I buried them. Okay, so now, what have I got and what am I missing? That's full, so I've got full. But I'd already written down that I had full. What did I call full when I... That's why you look at the thing while you're doing it. Okay, full, check. Oh, gotta get in the window here. I gotta do a bunch of different things. There we go. Now, I can see the manual while I look. Okay, so full, check. That next one is crescent waning. That's new, the black one. That's first quarter. And those are the ones that... Oh! And there's crescent waxing. So... I should have been marking these off in some way. Okay, I've got full. Got crescent waxing. I've got first quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've got new, of course. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. New. This one is full. That's number 4. Do I have gibbous waxing? There's crescent waxing. And crescent waning. Ah. Wait, do I? Was I missing fewer than I thought? That would be great. Mr. Prey only has that one. And then Shimino has... That's gibbous waxing. Looks like I've got everything now but for gibbous waning. I think. Look through one more time. Yeah. Okay. So the blessing here is that I did, and I think I might have done this universally, I believe that I actually just buried all of the moonstones in those stone circles back before I even understood what the hell was going on. So let's try Jalone. We might as well just look at all the towns before I start relying on getting there via another moon gate. If at any point I see the gibbous waxing, gibbous waning. So that's mostly full, but with the dark sliver to the left. If I see that, it'll be great. Okay. Hail, Stimpinski! We're getting awfully close to the climax here. There's one tedious task remaining, which is that it turns out you need all the moonstones at the end. So I'm tracking down all the ones that I buried back before I realized that the Orb of the Moons is the only way to get around anyway. When I get all of those, I believe I can do the ritual. And boom, peace in our time, baby. How are you doing today, Stimpinski? Yes. How's it? You've got... Oh, it's only been a week and a day of extra healing. I was like, it's been weeks now because I was on vacation. I was out of town for like 6 days. 6 days. So all of a sudden, to me, like years have passed. How is your nose healing? How are you doing? Where did I say I wanted to go? Good. Excellent. Yeah, that's... I think that part of recovering from nasal surgery would give me a lot of anxiety. Just can't close... just obstructed breathing. Just... Ugh. Okay. Shalom. Position 5. But no, that's great. Really glad to hear that everything's going apace, and yeah, can't go wrong with breathing. Oh, the tinnitus arose from the operation? That's a drag. Hey, well, it's not bad. Aha! Yes! Great. The avatar is too weak. Alright, here. Balaam, I got you a lightning wad, little buddy. How much... What do these moonstones weigh? Wait a minute. Not even. I need to... Okay. I need to... The final ritual. So I visited the 3 shrines of the gargoyle religion, and I went back, and it turned out that I had to deduce, because then you go back, and you've learned the mantras of the 3 principles, and you go back to the Shrine of Singularity, and the altar is like, so now, why don't you tell me the mantra of the Singularity itself? And so I looked at their book again, their religious book there, and it's all like, a circle has... The 3 principles form a circle, and a circle has no beginning and ending, so I was like, if I just cram the 3 mantras together in any order, is that just going to do it? Yes, it did it. So at that point, it was all coming together. I went ahead and spoke to it. It said, hey, you're on a spiritual quest now. And I was like, great. That's very good, because now we can go to the Codex and do this ritual, because I thought I had all the pieces. And then I got there, and the Codex is like, alright, so to do the ritual, and here's what the Codex told me. Place the convex lens exactly midway between the Codex and the flame of Singularity. Place the concave lens between the Codex and the flame of Infinity. Place the 8 moonstones in the vortex cube, and place it in front of the Codex. And at first, my initial reaction was horror, because besides the gather up the moonstones, which hasn't taken too long, I've got them all now, but the put the convex lens exactly midway between these flames, I thought, am I supposed to be finding like the exact spot in like Hifloth that's right between the 2, like, how would that even work when they're not the same size map? But I think, let's go find out, but I think it's actually simpler than that. But let's sleep, team. Let's get some sleep. Just so it's daytime when we save the world, if indeed we're about to. Is this wilderness? Yeah. Here, wilderness. Whatever. Works for me. None of us have food. We're all beat up. I'm hoping here there's no fighting left to be done. Daytime comes. Everybody gets up. We're going to save. I think we should, one last time, go talk to Lord British. As a typo, that the board there really raises some questions about how much you like Nemesis. But I suspect you enjoy Nemesis. Awesome. Sweet. When we went up to the cottage, we weren't sure how many friends were going to join us here and there over the course of the last week. So Danielle and I brought a ton of board games, and turned out my buddy Rich came up for one day, but he arrived late in the day and had to leave early in the morning. Or late in the morning, but he was there for, a little more than 12 hours. And then otherwise it was just Danielle and I. And the only board game we played was Scrabble. Which... Okay, Scrabble as far, for a classic Milton Bradley game. American style board game. It's a good game. Okay, good. Enjoy your cooking. What are you making? Yeah, I am... It's brutal for me. Scrabble is a rough time for me because I have a master's degree in English literature, but I'm terrible at Scrabble. I want to see if I can... Can we talk about the religion of the gargoyles, Lord British? I would just like to tell him they're not so bad. Wait, what does he say about gargoyles? Dude, my lord, the kid. He's right here. That's not what we want to do. Okay, what if I tell you about their principles? You don't care. Not even passion? Not even diligence? All right. We're not yet in the development of the RPG where where you can just catch up with the main quest giver NPC and he'll recognize your progress. All right, let's find out. This could be it. All right, position 19 for the Eye of the Avatar, which is 1 south and 2 east of where the Avatar traditionally stands. Let's dig it out. Ooh, I have no reference for specifically what those are. Okay. I mean, it sounds delicious. Although, oddly enough, I'm not a huge fan of mac and cheese, largely because of just bad childhood experiences. Not because as an adult, I can't eat it because I just think about my mom making me eat bland macaroni and cheese when I was a kid. But in principle, a very cheesy pasta is delicious to me. So, Swabian cheese. Okay. Googling that right now so that I read about it later. Ooh. They look good. Cool. Alright, let's not keep the Moongate waiting any longer. This could be it, team. After a long, long journey. I went to the wrong one. Where did I go to? I went to the Shrine of Justice, didn't I? Because, gotta think this through. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, yeah. 1 to the southeast of the Avatar. I don't yet, Stimpinski. I did ask around, and the only answers I got were so far were all people saying like I asked the person I thought was the most likely to be someone who plays economy management games, and he was like, no, I like city, like he does like city builder, like city skylines, like a zoo tycoon games. There's an economy to manage, but it's really incidental to the just making sure you have the funds to keep building more stuff, because that's where the fun is in the game. But I will I'm on vacation, and now I'm back in town on vacation, so I will redouble my efforts. Yeah, I didn't have a feeling that was gonna line up, but I'm gonna find something soon. If you haven't found one by the end of this week, I will have. And I'll be on, I don't know when, but I am gonna stream more during my vacation. So might even be able to catch me on a weekday. And I'll figure it out. Okay, so yeah, when the Codex said exactly halfway between the flames, I was like, oh god. But now I'm thinking that just these are the flames, right? They're each colored like a Codex. It's very easy to see the exact halfway point between them. So I'm gonna try it. I'm going to assume blue goes with blue. Okay, there, boom. Yes. Presumably blue goes with blue, but what we know for sure is that this is working because there's special graphics for it and everything. This is exciting. Okay, we have one more lens to drop. Alright. Now, Shimino, could you just put that cube on the ground for us? And then, can we load it up like this? No. Can I, if I drop the moonstone in the same spot, is it picked up? I don't know. Let's find out by having the avatar, who is of course weighed down, isn't he? No, he got it. Ah! And there's nothing to be seen. Which tells me that, in fact, this is working. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Pray, hand that over to the avatar. Can't carry it. Okay, avatar's got inventory management right to the end. Well, I mean, we don't need this big slap. You know what? This is your culture. Balaam can't carry it. Nobody can carry anything. Okay. You know what? We have these bards. We're both traveling pretty light. There. That solves that problem. Dupre hands over the moonstone. Avatar plonks it in the thing. Can I look in the cube and verify? I've got 7 in there. Which one am I missing? First, alright, last quarter. Crescent waxing. First quarter. New. Crescent waning. Full. Gibbous waxing. It's gibbous waning. That's all we're missing. So who's got it? It's got to be somebody, right? Right. Yes, Balaam. Of course. The avatar has loaded up the cube. Everybody get ready. And what happens? Nothing? Okay. Okay. Maybe. You know what? Okay, stand back, gang. Right, because there's the whole... Yeah. I see what you're thinking, Stimpinski, and why. No. Okay, so is it a... as part of our coming to understand each other, should the purple lens be... okay, wait. It's the convex lens that should be... Okay. Perhaps this is what it is. Let's switch them. Does this do something? No. Okay. That's not it. It could be as simple as we just got to read the codex again or something. Or... yeah. So, pick that up for the moment. Okay. That's all good. Can I drop the cube right on the codex? Not possible. Okay. I drop it from here. Alright, team. Okay. To return the Codex to the Vortex, place a convex lens exactly midway between the Codex and the Flame of Singularity. It's clearly happening. Convex lens and spreading. Place a concave lens between the Codex and the Flame of Infinity. So this light diverges over the Codex. I mean, what? Okay, I can't keep track of which of these is concave and which is convex or which is what. Okay, doesn't matter. Place the 8 moonstones within the vortex cube. Set it on the ground in front of the Codex and use it. There. I was literally just missing the use action. Here we go. 2 key presses to save the world. Special effects. The Codex has vanished. Okay. Ah. But that's the end. We don't have to do anything. A glowing portal springs from the floor. From its crimson depths, Lord British emerges, trailed by the mage Nistel. Angry. It's a final boss fight. Could you imagine? 2 big portals open up, just a flood of gargoyles, and you just gotta kill them all just because. Game needs a final boss fight. Anguish and disbelief prevail on the Royal Seer's face, but Lord British directs his stony gaze at you and speaks as if to a wayward child. Thou didst have just cause to burgle our codex, I trust, His Majesty says, but for virtue's sake. Oh, you want to talk about virtue, Lord British? Maybe you should have shown the virtue of compassion and, talk to the gargoyles. And to be fair, though, the gargoyles did not choose the most direct way of, making happy relations. They attacked. Okay. What hast thou done with it? Oh, don't worry. I just gave it to the gargoyles. You pick up the concave lens and pass it to the king. Was the book ever truly ours, your majesty? Oh, this is me. I got my own dialogue. Was the book ever truly ours, your majesty? Was it written for Britannia alone? Thou dost no longer hold the codex, but is its wisdom indeed lost? Look into the vortex, and let the codex answer for itself. As Lord British holds the glass before the wall, the codex of ultimate wisdom wavers into view against a myriad of swimming stars. It's true. That's exactly what happened. Yet the book remains closed. And waves of heat shimmer in the air, heralding the birth of another red gate. Whoa! King Draxinusum of the Gargoyles strides forward, flanked by a small army of wingless attendants. They certainly aren't trying to look jovial. Like Lord British, he seems to suppress his rage only through a heroic effort of will. His scaly hand grasps your shoulder, and your amulet of submission grows very warm. Sir, what's this guy? I guess he's upset that I ran away, but have you looked in the altar of Singularity recently? See if maybe your codex is back? Or did I just put the codex back in the vortex so nobody can have it? Thy time hath come, thief, he says. Hath it, though? Quickly, you reach down to seize the convex lens, and you press it into the hand of the towering Gargoyle King, meeting his sunken eyes. Join my lord in his search for peace, I beg thee. Boom! Look at how happy they are right away. They're like, this lens is so cool! At your urging, King Draxinusum reluctantly raises his lens to catch the light. As Lord British holds up his own lens, every eye in the room, human and gargoyle alike, fixes upon the image of the codex which shines upon the wall. The ancient book opens, Both kings gaze upon its pages in spellbound silence as the eloquence of ultimate wisdom is revealed in tongues of each lord's domain. You, too, can read the Codex. Read the answers the Codex gives. And when its wisdom is gleaned, when Lord British and King Draxinusum turn to each other as friends, hating no longer, fearing no more, you know that your mission in Britannia has ended at last. Oh, come on. Give us a frame where they're looking at each other. Give us a handshake. I want to see them do the full-on, the bro hug. Clap hands together. Boom. Bring it together. Show me the hugs. I don't mind the ending being peace and hugs, Simpinski. But show, don't tell. Congratulations! Thou hast completed Ultima 6, The False Prophet, in 3 months and 7 days. That's game time, not lifetime. Report thy feat unto Lord British at Origin Systems. Alright. Anyone know Richard Garriott's current email address? I'm gonna, if I can find out how to get in touch with Richard Garriott, I'll let him know. I better write down. It was 3 months, 7 days. So one thing that I've noticed, the GOG Galaxy, the app, offers a little stat where you can find out what the app, like you see your own playtime, and you also see the average player's playtime. And none of the classic games I've played have average times that are anywhere like Ultima 6. Looks like it took me about 67 hours to finish. Thanks, David Ale. I'm glad you're here for the joyous climax. It's exciting. I'll be. Oh, bummer. Well, you can watch the replay. All the highs and lows of when I briefly thought that when it tells you put the lens between the flame and the codex at the exact midway point. I didn't realize at first that it just meant the 2 little flames in the room. I thought it was telling me to find the exact spots in the world. And I was like, oh, I'm getting mad now. I just want to Google this. No, I've got it. But yeah, it took me about 67 hours, it looks like. Maybe 68 to beat this game. It says all players average 5 hours. Levels? Dupre and the Avatar reached level 7. Shimino, Elo, Gweno, and while she was there, Jana, level 6, I believe. Jana might have been level 5, but I think she was level 6. And then Belem, level 3. So it didn't really take much power leveling to get through this. But yeah, the impression I get is that a lot of GOG, a lot of the money the GOG Good Old Games makes is off people either wanting to check out the classics or play a game that gives them nostalgia from their childhood, and then firing it up and then going, I think I'll play some more Halo or something. Immediately just be like, okay, that was nice. Not me though. I'm diving right in. Yeah, Ultima 8, Ultima 5, we were all level 7, I believe. So I at least had to work a little bit harder. There were a lot more challenging fights in Ultima 5 than in Ultima 6. In Ultima 4, you are literally obliged to achieve... Yeah. Stimpinski, that's... I don't know. I mean, listen, I like to have nice memories. And to, went up to my family's cottage, go up there, feel like, I remember when my grandmother was around still. All that. Nothing wrong with nostalgia. But, like, I don't know. I start playing a game and just... I guess... I just have different... It's not like my motivations are better or worse. But I'm here to play. Alright. So I gotta report my feat, which I will try to figure out a way to do. Is there anything else? No, the game just quits to DOS. So here we are on this pixel landscape. What I'm doing, Stimpinski, is I'm creating nostalgia that I can experience in the future. Someday, 20 years from now, I'll fire up Ultima 5 and I'll be like, I remember when I was young playing this game for the first time, talking about how I'd always wanted to play it since I was a kid. I don't remember being a kid anymore now that I'm this age. All right. Well, awesome. Great. Final thoughts. All right. So Ultima 6 is, in one way, obviously, better. Like, it's more advanced. And it's a big step forward for the genre of the role-playing game in a way that sets it apart as a step forward from Ultima 5. Undeniable. We see everybody on the screen. It's not iconographic anymore. You just see the things that are in the world. However, that leap forward, and Stimpinski, you've got one of the things I'm going to say here. It's a leap forward that involves, on the one hand, some stumble steps, just because, we've made the world so much more detailed, and we can only render it with this really tight view window. It's kind of frustrating. We've made a big, continuous, the whole world is just one thing, not a separate battle screen, not a separate dungeon screen, but buggy as hell compared to the Ultima 5. There's lots of things that are need to be refined, but that obviously were huge leaps forward for the role-playing game genre and for the Ultima series. And then there are things that are just, they were better before. The combat was unequivocally better in Ultima 5. I don't see anything else. And the dungeons, to that effect. Part of it is that when they wanted to go to one continuous experience, so they didn't want to have first-person dungeons anymore, and then they made, to make top-down 2D primitive RPG dungeons, as I already knew, because I played Final Fantasy when I was a child, played Dragon Quest and whatever, the options were kind of limited to just a shit ton of corridors filled with random battles. And so the dungeons are sprawling. You're viewing them in this tight little window. The enemies are constantly responding. The combat is not that fun. Partially just because there aren't that many things that you can't just hack your way through without really needing to come up with tactics and stuff. So it just Ultima 5 is, to me, a perfect refinement of everything that it could be. And Ultima 6 is not perfect. It's not everything that it could be. Ultima 5, I wouldn't change a thing. Ultima 6, I would change a lot of things. Still a great game. And some great, it's awesome to have portraits for people now. It's awesome to get a little bit more dialogue out of the Avatar's companions, to get a sense of who they are. The portraits, the writing was good, although I don't really understand why they introduced all these ethnic stereotypes to Britannia. Not even the big ones. Utoma wasn't really a stereotype per se. He looks like a sumo wrestler, I guess, but he's a blacksmith, and he's not. There's no weird Japanese racial jokes about his pronunciation or anything. But then you've got there's just randomly Chico Marx, basically. It's just literally. In fact, now that I think about it, the Italian stereotype shopkeeper did look exactly like Chico, didn't he? So just weird stuff like that. So, to me, this game, even though it was the game that as a kid intrigued me with Ultima, and when I started playing Ultima 4, which I didn't even do on the stream, my long-term goal was to get to Ultima 6 and finally experience it. And I wound up, I think, loving Ultima 5 more. I'm very excited to see what comes next in Ultima 7. From everything I've heard, the inventory management and the combat both somehow get worse, but the living, breathing Britannia gets better, and I've never touched it. I've seen screenshots and that's it. With Ultimas 1 through 5, I'd poked at each of them a little bit on some disc I'd had long ago, collection of RPGs. And Ultima 6, I'd played the opening fight and then wander around Britain until we're what are we doing, with my buddy a bunch of times when we were kids. Ultima 7, nothing. Haven't touched it. I've never looked at it. I expect it will have some similarities to Ultima Online, which I did play, in interface and stuff, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to do it right away. I don't know what the schedule is going to be, except that I'm still going to do my weekend streams as usual. But I'm going to add some stuff during my vacation, during the weeks, And here are the 3 Let's Plays that will launch in the next week. 3 Let's Plays. I probably won't do a 4th Let's Play, but I might do a 4th just like, hey, check it out. Here's a game that I'm playing just in my life. I'm not going to show you it start to finish, but here's what I'm doing. But I'm going to start this week Starflight, Spiritual Ancestor to Star Control. There's basically Paul Reich, kind of, from what I understand, I'll try to read up a little bit more on it so I can speak confidently about it. But he, one of the 2, him and Fred Ford are the Star Control guys. But he had sort of performed an Iwata-like role for the developers of Starflight. By which I mean that he was like a senior programmer whose programming expertise was applied to help them make their game work. In the same way that Satoru Iwata was famously brought in to consult on Earthbound while Earthbound was kind of in development hell. And he famously said to them, you could carry on. We have 2 options, he said. If you trust me and we can throw at everything you've done and start from scratch, we can finish this game in a year. Or you can carry on the way you're going and it'll probably never be finished. And so I don't think Paul Reich was that extreme, but he was like giving them advice and helping them make the game work. Years later, the Starflight guy, who was the director of the 2 Starflight games, worked on Star Control 2. And there are some very obvious, going planet to planet, landing on the planet, collecting resources, the story evolving by meeting aliens and conversing with them. Those are all things. But then I think it leans more towards RPG and less towards... it's not action combat at all, from what I understand. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do Quest for Glory, a classic PC game that is much shorter. So it's when I finish that I will probably start Ultima 7. And I'm also, in a completely different angle, I'm going to fire up Chrono Cross for the first time. I loved Chrono Trigger as a kid, as I imagine a lot of Super Nintendo playing kids of my age did. And then when we were kids and the Chrono Cross came and, the gaming press, it wasn't just the little kids. Gaming press in North America too was like, well, this isn't a direct sequel to Chrono Trigger. This sucks. I never even touched it for a second just because it was not more Chrono Trigger. And yet now what I always hear is that it's really, really good. I'd like to find out. So I don't know which of those will be on which day. I will schedule it all out. And hope you'll join me because that'll be fun. This one turned out shorter than normal because I've beaten the game. There's nothing. And then I told you what I thought of it. What else is there to do? So, awesome. It was a blast. Thank you for joining me along the way. If you stuck around to the end today, thanks for sticking around. If you stuck around to the end in a fuller, longer sense, awesome. If you're watching this on replay because you couldn't make it out today, but you've been checking in along the way, the quest is over and I'm glad you were here with me. It was fun. Keep on joining me, folks. And until the next time, let the moon gates drop us in the very, very, very same shrine location. Take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.